I remember, you ready for this? You know what? You know what I brought to kindergarten for show and tell?
Oh, I know this.
I was going through the basement of my grandmother's house. She had all this great stuff, and she had a top hat, like the fancy top hat, and it was collapsible.
Yeah.
So
today, I thought we would hit on the ensemble.
The ensemble?
You look very relaxed today. I've got to say, since we've met...
Oh, you mean 25 years ago, you mean?
Yeah, 25 years ago. I don't think I've ever seen you out of a suit. We even went to the beach once and you took a suit to the beach.
Yes.
What's with that?
Oh, I know. Well, I wouldn't exactly call Brighton with the rocks a beach. Just saying. I love that. We're going to go to the beach. I go, oh, this is so great. We go like, what? What is this?
Babe, Brighton is still a beach. It might be a quarry, but it's also a beach.
I love Brighton, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I thought I'd bring this up because a lot of people talk about, be yourself at work. I'm lucky enough to be able to be myself at work because I can just wear shit. But you get up and it's like suit every single day. Oh. Your suit is also what got you kicked out of Soho House. Remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we won't go into any detail.
But again, you didn't know. Fair play to you. You didn't change. You just stopped going to Soho House. Or if you go as my guest, they have to derobe you.
I love the fact that I go as your guest now.
Because now I have the money. I have the power.
Actually, I'm really proud. I think that's really great.
Yeah,
actually.
But when I look at old pictures of you as a kid, you're still in a suit.
Always was.
Babe.
Always was.
So this whole thing is supposed to be about be who you are.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did the suits come from?
I can't really recall a time of my existence where I didn't have a jacket on. My grandfather taught me how to tie a bow tie, at 6 years of age. And in fact, I remember, you ready for this? You know what I brought to kindergarten for show and tell?
Oh, I know this.
I was going through the basement of my grandmother's house. She had all this great stuff, and she had a top hat, like the fancy top hat, and it was collapsible.
Yeah.
So,
what was Grandma doing with the top hat?
I have no idea. And so I brought it to school.
Yes.
And I brought it to school. I wore it.
Everyone else brought drugs to school. You brought a collapsible top hat.
I brought a collapsible hat. And so when it came to, okay, Kevin, now it's come to show your tell. I come up and I take the hat, and of course, in dramatic fashion, almost like the way they click a fan, I go, and the hat goes, I put it on my hand. Of course, the ears go like this. And all I remember looking out at the class, but more importantly to my first grade teacher, who was looking at me disapprovingly. And I realized, obviously, this person is not.
Is that
they're not
the
buying
first day of bullying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They were relentless.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is the bullying not only came from the class, it came from her. My teacher was terrible to me.
Yeah?
Yes.
Let's out her. What's her name?
She was called Mrs. Dangler.
Mrs. Dangler, you're a terrible person.
You know what my brother used to do? He used to tease me. He used to go, Dangler, Dangler, schoolwork. And I used to shriek because the mere mention of those words sent me running for the hills. But yeah, that's another.
Oh. So you've not changed whatsoever?
Nope.
I do remember you always telling the story about, be yourself, take yourself to work. Yeah. And I think that also is even if it's, did you have a dress down day? What did you wear on dress down day?
When they announced, so I think I got to McCann. So they announced, we're for every dress down Fridays. That was the thing. That was the whole idea. So you still have to wear a jacket and tie, but on Fridays you could dress any way you wanted.
Yeah. With
the exception of no flip-flops, no T-shirts, no this,
Which
no
agency
that.
is this?
McCann. I went into Meltdown. First of all, I didn't participate in it. I did not dress down on Fridays at any point because I thought the whole thing was preposterous. And what's funny is conformity, because here I was going from conformity where people have to wear ties to conformity I'm supposed to wear a T-shirt now just because everybody says I have to. It was not being myself. But I took a lot of heat for that. So bullying continues even into your corporate world. But Yeah, I wasn't comfortable with it.
You told me a story once about actually going to work not in a black suit one time.
I remember. So it was my first day at McCann. I had gone from Ketchum to McCann. So I thought, I'm going to dress in my best. So I had my blue blazer, charcoal gray trousers, sort of a bluish tie. I thought, I'm the bomb. This is great. And I walk in, and one of the old guys comes walking up the hall, and he looks at me and goes, what do you think this is, the goddamn weekend?
What do you think this is? Dress Down Friday?
And so I realized, oh my God, so unless I was wearing a black or blue, you know, you were underdressed. Yeah,
Cool.
It's crazy.
So what advice do you give people these days?
I think that, I would offer two pieces of advice. I would offer advice number one for the people who lead, and advice number two for the people who are inside an organization. For the people who lead, it's your responsibility to create a climate for people to be themselves. And when you do, you know what? They do great stuff. You're the chief climate setter. I've always believed that. Really important. And secondly, for yourself, bring your best self to work, you know? It's really, really hard carrying some other person to work every day. I learned that. You learned that at Ketchum when I gave a presentation, and the old boy, the chairman, walked in the office, and when we finished, he goes, "Can I give you some advice?" I said, "What?" He said, "You need to take that stick out of your ass." And I went, "What?" Yeah, a little graphic, you know. But I realized, he said, "Look, everybody knows you. They know you're kind of this goofy, weird man, but they all love you for it, and they love the fact that you're a great salesman. Stop being somebody you're not." It's the best advice I ever got.
Do.